Subject compiler design. Subject code PCC-CS501. Myself Konkon Jana. Assistant Professor, Greater Kolkata College of Engineering and Management. Jazz Group. It's a joint venture. This is Module 1. Module 1 have 3 lectures. Module 1, Lecture 1 and Lecture 2 have completed. The contents of Module 1 need to know before I start it. After completing Module 1, we will learn basic things of compiler. In Module 1, we will learn what is a compiler, analysis, synthesis model, the phases of the compiler, and questions of the compiler. This lecture specifically made for the students of computer science and engineering. One by one, we will learn how to work with the compiler. We will do code using C to design some aspect of compiler when required. I use a digital whiteboard to write down some important points. These are useful for you. If you like to make a reference, you can note it down. Up to this point, already we have completed lecture 1 and lecture 2. Up to this point, we have created a compiler that maps a source program into a semantically equivalent target program. If we open up this, we see that there are two parts to this mapping. Two parts to this mapping. Analysis and synthesis. Analysis and synthesis part. Compilation, two types of mapping you have learned. One is analysis, and another one is synthesis. Another one is synthesis. Okay. The analysis part breaks up the source program into essential pieces and imposes a grammatical structure on them. What does the analysis part do? The analysis part breaks up the source program into essential pieces and imposes a grammatical structure on them. It then uses this structure to create an intermediate representation of the source program. If the analysis part detects that the source program is either syntactically not well formed or semantically unsound, then it must provide informative messages. What I have told? It need to be syntactically and semantically correct. Otherwise, it will provide some informative message. So, the user can take corrective action. That means if there is any mistake, we can rectify it. And the analysis part also collects information about the source program and store it in a data structure called a symbol table. It's called a symbol table. Where it will be stored? Into the symbol table, which is passed. Where it will be stored? In a symbol table. Okay, which is passed along with the intermediate representation to the synthesis part. Clear? So in this diagram it is written. So what I have told you, what is about the symbol table, this is very important. And in symbol table, the symbol is predefined. Using all these type of symbols, you need to complete your tasks, or you need to design any type of desired task or output. Okay, so this is about symbol table. It's a data structure. The synthesis part construct the desired target program. What does do by synthesis part? The synthesis part construct the desired target program from the intermediate representation and in the information in the symbol table. Okay, and the analysis part is often called the front end of the compiler. Front end of the compiler, analysis part. The synthesis part is the back end of the compiler. What I have told you, analysis part is the compiler front end part. Compiler front end part. This is compiler front end part. And what about synthesis part? Already I have told you, this is the back end part. Synthesis part, compiler, backend part. Okay, this is the compiler backend part. If we examine the compilation process in more detail, we see that it operates as a sequence of phases. operates as a sequence of phases, each of which transform one representation of the source program to another. What I have told you, each of which transform one representations of the source program to another source program. Okay. Now, if you decompose this source program, that is decomposition of a source of a compiler into phases is shown in this diagram. Okay, how that will be decomposed and that will be represented as a source program to another. This is the decomposition of compiler into phases. In this way, we will decompose it. This is the character stream, lexical analyzer, token stream will be made, syntax analyzer. In that way, one by one, it will be decomposed. At last, that will be reached to the target machine code. Very good. You have learned it in several phases. May be grouped together and the intermediate representation between the grouped phases needed not be constructed explicitly. Okay, so it cannot be, always it not to be constructed explicitly. Again, I am telling about the symbol table. Symbol table, what is the purpose of symbol table? Already I have told you. The data structure to store collected correct information, that will be, that is the error free, syntactically correct and logically correct. Okay, runtime error also need to be thrown. That means if this type of exception occur, then it will be thrown from here. Okay, so what I have told you explicitly, that will be constructed. If you like to construct it exclusively or explicitly, then the symbol table will play the vital role. The symbol table, which stores information about the entire source program, is used by all phases of the compiler. The corrected code will be stored onto the symbol table. When it is required by the current phase, then it will be retrieved. Okay, one by one, that will be retrieved. Now another thing I like to tell you, as like Java uses a JVM, Java virtual machine, and Java virtual machine convert the source code into bytecode. This make the Java platform independent. That is, there may be another type of programming languages which provide this type of compilers which make this programming language platform independent. That means there are some compilers have a machine independent optimization phase. Between what? Between the front end and the back end. In compiler, what will be in front end? I have told you, analysis part is the compiler front end part. Okay, and in back end part, synthesis part, compiler back end part. This is the compiler back end part. Okay, independently or machine independently, we need to communicate. If this is required, the communication will be made within this part easily. So the purpose of this optimization phase is to perform transformations on the intermediate representation. Okay. Again, I told you why it is required, why intermediate representation is required, so that the backend can produce a better target program than it would have otherwise produced from an unoptimized intermediate representation. Okay, so I think it is clear to you about the analysis part and synthesis part. Okay, and this is the main way of compilation procedure. So these all are the part of the compiler: lexical analyzer, syntax analyzer, semantic analyzer, intermediate code generator. All of these will work together to make your code error free and syntactically correct. After that, the code will be converted to the target machine code. Before and I have told you, within this phase, symbol table, that is already you have know in data structure, play the vital role. In symbol table, in each pages, process data will be placed, replaced, and when it is required, it will be retrieved for these current pages. Okay, since optimization is mandatory now in this program era, so we need to write down the code in such a way that we never violate the rules of memory mapping. Memory cannot be overflow. Requested symbol table must be exist onto the machine. Requested process data must be exist on the symbol table. If it is not enough, then we'll may face the challenge for the next step. But for the earlier versions of the languages, optimization was optional. Optimization was optional. But nowadays, the optimization is not optional. Compiler must optimize the intermediate representation. So one or the other of the two optimization phases shown in this diagram. Machine dependent code optimizer is there. Machine independent code optimizer is there. Okay. So basically they will optimize the code and will be ready for the target machine. So this all about the basic of compiler. I have made the basic idea about the compiler. So in this lecture, that is module, in this lecture 3, we have completed the module 1, and our module 1 was about is about basic of compiler. Thank you.